Good morning.
Good morning. This is Meditation Reflections, and it's the 21st of July. Welcome.
A Tuesday.
Tuesday, and the rain is back, unfortunately. But
Got a lot of nice gardening done yesterday, though, so
yeah,
these little dry days get to be used very carefully in the winter.
yeah, we get to have alternating weather here.
Oh, don't we? A little bit. The next dry day will be pruning, because August is when I do the hard pruning
Okay.
of the trees.
So this morning's meditation was very deep, but not a whole lot of information for me this time. It's just kind of a reminder for us to emulate what's coming, and we can do that now because we are creating it. And what's happening is a new density is coming to Earth. Some say fourth dimension or fifth density, it doesn't really matter. But emulate that now and pretend it's already here. Pretend or imagine what you would be doing if all the corruption was gone from the earth, all the negative things, all the wars, this, that, the unfair things. How would you live differently? What would you do? But why wait? Do that now. So,
You probably have those positive things in your life right now.
exactly.
And if anything came out of this lockdown time period, it's the fact that you can pick and choose what you want to do, and you want to move your energies towards more positive things and towards less positive things. My guides have been teaching me a game, which I go, this is interesting, but they're up to something. And they would call it the empathy game. And the empathy game is, it's a little like psychometry, where you do a reading off of an object. In the oldest form of the spiritual church, everybody bought a little bouquet of flowers, and then people chose the bouquet of flowers that they liked, a little bitty one, and they would hold it and meditate and put their essence into it, and then they put it back in the bowl, and people will randomly pick up the little grouping of flowers and give a reading to the person or what they got off of the flowers for the individual. Same exercise can be done with an object, a personal object, and then of course you're getting a reading off of that object. I always had a little tendency to do something odd. I'd tend to do a reading of the history of the object and what it thought about where it got to live, which was always a little bit weird, but everybody's reading is very different, and the usual rule to such a game is if it resonates with you, it is for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, let it go, because it had nothing to do for you. Could be something for somebody else in the room. If they heard it, it resonated with them. This reminds you of the old Quaker readings or statements, where they would sit in a room and meditate until somebody was inspired by God to speak. So it's a different form. Well, the empathy game was to deliberately, not telepathy, not a mental communication, but a feeling communication of how people were understanding something or feeling it. It's a very light touch, and you practice it, and they've had me practice it with individuals, and now they're having me practice it with rooms, like whole groups of individuals. And last night I had a very interesting experience of what I suspect is a higher density world, either fourth or fifth, at a bee club. And the New Plymouth Bee Club is absolutely amazing. In fact, we've decided to do another video today about them as a possibility. And that's a very interesting group of people. There quite a number of older. There's, somebody pointed out, in the 3 senior beekeepers, we have 200 years experience of beekeeping. They know their stuff. And it's older people, and you have to develop a certain mindset to be able to take care of bees. You should say something about that, because you had to do some extra...
Many beekeepers have white beards.
True. It's an older group. But the other half of it is, if you're tending bees, you have to get into a relaxed meditative state before you go into the hives, because they're going to be upset with you, but they're a little less upset with you if you are basically relaxed.
If you're calm, they'll be calmer.
Yeah, which is just kind of amazing. So the beekeeper, by the way.
And I know one particular beekeeper, to watch him is amazing. He would swear he was a Zen monk. I mean, moves so
Yeah.
slowly and calmly, and the bees just, he doesn't even need to wear a suit, basically.
Yeah. He does one just because it's what you do, but he also pointed out that you didn't really have to do it.
Yeah.
And we've seen them pick up swarms, which, by the way, is a fun, interesting story, with their bare hands, because it can be done if you know what you're doing. So they're a very interesting group of people. By the way, beekeepers, just for your own information, it can be a hobby or you can do it professionally. It's the longest lived of all professions. Most people don't know that. And I think it is, working with all those lovely little ladies. You have to remember the beehive is a group of maidens. There's only one queen among them. So, tough group.
Yeah, well, save something for the other video.
True. We do have fun announcements today. But this empathy game is seeing if you can feel what you feel on an object, or seeing if you can feel, preferably a remote viewing. Don't try. And you're not trying to influence them. You're just trying to get a sense of where that person is right now. And my guides are saying, oh, this is a really good exercise for you and you should be doing it now.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to watch the bee video, because there'll be some very interesting information there.
Yep. It's
And-
coming up shortly.
Yep.
So watch her on the same feeds.
And we'll see you next time.
Have a wonderful day and blessings upon you.
Blessings.